We can still enjoy our journey to our final destination. Congratulations, class of 2004.
I now have the honor of asking Ben Hoffman, our valedictorian, to engage in his speech entitled Responsibility.
A lot of people look at graduation and say it will give us many new opportunities. I think it's more than that. I think it gives us many new responsibilities. We live in a world where people of different nations face starvation, extermination, exploitation, or discrimination based solely on race, religion, or sexual orientation. These are the problems that we be facing, perpetuated by a lack of education. But here we are at our graduation. For the past 4 years in this community, we've had a unique opportunity to get a chance to truly see the value of growing up in unity. And it'll just take a second if we take time to reflect about the great effect, how we learn to connect, protect and respect everyone we met without expecting to collect. And all of this in an atmosphere that provided not a thing for us to fear. And I'm being sincere when I say I hold dear the value and promise of these past 4 years. And now we have a responsibility, because of our recent history, to promote an end to slavery and poverty and adversity wherever it may be until the world is free. Free from the confines that define the lives that so many people are resigned to be living without giving any hope that mankind is not blind. But much of mankind is blind to the suffering that exists. And our first obstacle is going to be to conquer ignorance. But we gotta start at home, gotta conquer our own before our true potential can finally be shown. It's been too easy to get caught up in only thinking about doing drugs or drinking, or tripping over how your grades are sinking, or that one girl you thought you saw winking. But those days are in the past, and although they may have been a blast, this graduation that's come at last will be marked by contrast. We are stepping out into a world that's real, where people feel that they have no other way to deal with the task of finding a meal, so they have to steal. No longer is hiding in ignorance acceptable. No longer can these lives be expendable. It's time for us to put aside the bowl and be commendable and be dependable. The problems are complex and have potential to perplex, so we must always continue learning, whatever happens next. And once we teach ourselves, we have to teach one another. We have to treat the world as if it were our younger brother. Never stop learning from the cradle to the grave, to gain the strength to be brave, to fight for the enslaved, because only through education can this world be saved. If we're not unaware, there's a chance we just don't care. And as we see others despair, we just say, life's not fair. But this I can't conceive, because I know we all believe that when we care for one another, there is nothing we can't achieve. Today's event will serve as a testament to represent the great extent of our discontent as we lament a grave injustice long ago. Today, several Japanese graduates are recognized for an opportunity they were denied, replaced with interment and tear-filled eyes. And as we remember with regret and stifle tears, at the same time we are given hope that these are better years. Today, people from opposing sides of violent historical divides, with their hearts and minds open wide, can be seen walking hand in hand. This is what Alameda has been all about, but as we all go off on our own different routes, we're going to encounter intolerant people, day in and day out. But it's important to recall that these people weren't born with such gall. It's just how they were taught since before they could crawl. And that leaves us with hope that there's a way off that slippery slope, and all these people need is for us to toss them a rope, to help them replace their ambivalence with tolerance, and begin to appreciate our every difference as they find some sense, and stop acting so dense. So we recognize the problem and want to participate in ending hate, and yet the world awaits with us trapped behind a gate created by fear. This post-9/11 orange alert threat, white powder in the mail making you sweat, insane with duct tape and cellophane, and this arcane campaign to abstain from pain. Every time we see the world getting scarier, our first response can't be to build another barrier. We have to tear them down and stop sounding the alarm, and instead open our hearts and open our arms to embrace the world and everyone in need, from those who bleed to those who can't read. In order for us to move ahead, we got to get out from hiding under our beds instead of continuing to spread the fear that we've been fed. And once we're not afraid, we will refuse to fade and answer those who prayed for someone to come to their aid. But what I fear most is that with all the troubles we host, you'll think the world's toast and all that's left is a ghost, cold and morose from coast to coast, and lose all hope because we're not even close. And as we see the depression caused by years of oppression and violent aggression, we get the impression that all these people in possession of such lost expressions have become resigned to the repression. As we ask ourselves the question, I'm only one person, what can I do? Well, to this I remind you all, history is made by only a few. Never let your apathy impede your sympathy to the point where you fail to see that it is we that hold the key to unlock the chains and set the world free. Never underestimate a small group willing to dedicate their lives to something great with intellect, courage, and humanitarian traits. And in the 4 years that I've gotten to know this class, I believe that is our fate. Our lives will have meaning and we'll have stories to tell, fighting to the end as the world goes to hell. And even if we lose, us strong and few, at least we'll be right there and have a damn good view. Thank you.
Thank you, Ben Hoffman. One more time, class of 2004. Do it again. One more time. All right, good job. Good job. Okay, it's now our pleasure for me to introduce Mr. Joe Simiel, Music Director Extraordinary.